Welcome to our session in finance as we get to look at how to calculate the cost of debt like bonds. We'll go to the preliminaries so that we understand the key concepts imbued in bond valuation. So what is bond valuation by definition? And by the way, these courses should be practical in the sense that you should be able to understand and be investors in purchasing of bonds. So when you're dealing with bond valuation, we're actually looking at the process of determining the fair price of a bond. So bonds have fixed income. These are fixed income securities. They offer regular interest payments, which are called coupons, and they repay the principal amount at maturity like any other financial asset. Their value will fluctuate. So at the Bank of Zambia has specific dates when bonds are sold. So in essence, bonds are a means through which the government will regulate the flow of funds or liquidity in the economy. Okay, so it's a way in which government actually will borrow money from the public. So bonds, valuing bonds is important for both the issuers who are government corporations and investors. So you need to have informed decisions before you purchase those bonds. So some of the key terminologies that we must abreast ourselves with when it comes to bonds would be number one, what is the face value? Face value is simply the amount that has to be paid back to the bond holder at maturity, usually 1,000. The minimum in Zambia is 1,000 kwacha that you can buy a bond. Then the coupon rate is actually the interest rate that the issuer will pay. It can be annually 6%. Okay, the coupon payments can be paid either annually or semi-annually. So semi-annually meaning twice in a year, annually maybe once a year. And the maturity, we're dealing with the time when the bond will be repaid, say 10 years. Then we also have YTM, which is the yield to maturity. It's a return, the rate of return an investor earns if the bond is held to maturity. And we also have a discount or a premium bond. A discount bond is simply a bond that is sold at a discount. The price of the bond is less than the premium, the face value. So if the bond is being sold for 1,000, yet the face value was 1,000, so that's called a par bond. If the selling price of a bond is 900, yet the face value of the bond was 1,000, that's a discount bond. And lastly, but not the least, if the bond was sold for more than the face value of the bond, it's called a premium bond. So bonds are very important. We need to understand how to evaluate them. So the bond is actually given by the formula. Value of the bond can use. In the actual sense, the bonds, their values are given at the end of the period. So the value of the bond can be calculated as follows. The value of the bond is equal to the coupon value, which is capital I, and the present value annuity, which is PVA, and the face value, which is FV, and the present value interest factor, which is PVF. So this is the value of a bond. Then we have what we call the current yield, which is simply the coupon interest in terms of value divided by the value of the bond times 100. It gives you the percentage of the real interest that is earned on a bond. So we have the following parameters. Suppose we have a bond whose face value is 1,000 kwacha, and this face value has a coupon interest of, say, 10%. So small I is your coupon interest, 10%. Then the market value of this coupon market rate maybe is 8%. So already we can tell that this is what? A premium bond. When the coupon interest, which we're interested in most, is more than the market rate, it's a premium bond. But if our market rate was 18%, we call that a discount bond. All right, if the coupon interest is equal to the market rate, we'd call that a what? We'd call that a par bond. All right, so together.
Yes.
So, and also we're given the period of time in years, maybe 5 years. All right, so let's calculate the value of the bond. If this is an annual bond, if this is a semi-annual bond. So the job of the small I is to produce the big I. So our coupon interest, small I, when you multiply by the face value or the maturity value, we call that what? The big I. So this becomes the coupon value. So 10% of 1,000, what do we get?
100.
100. So meaning our coupon value is 100. So the capital I is equal to what? 100. So that is our coupon value. So you put it here. Here you're going to have what? 100. Then the face value is 1,000. Then you need to calculate the coupon, the interest factor, and the annuity factor. So we start with the present value interest factor. Present value interest factor is given by 1 over 1 plus r to the power time. So what is our r? Our r is the market rate, which is 8%. 1 over 8%. 1.108 to the power time. What is the time? 5 years. So what becomes our coupon, our interest factor?
Mm, 0.6807.
6881. So this comes here, 0.681. Okay. Then the annuity factor is simply 1 minus the present value factor divided by the R. So 1 minus 0.681 divided by the 8%, 0.08. What do we get? So you press 1 minus 0.861 equals, then divided by 0.08. That is the annuity factor here.
0.9875.
It should be a figure more than 1. 1 minus 0.861 equals, what do you get?
No, I've already divided 0.08.
No, it can't be that answer. So do it step by step. 1 minus 0.681,
Okay.
you press equals, then you divide by 0.08.
Okay, so that one is 0.319.
No, it can't be 0.0.
1 minus 0.681.
Equals, what do you get? 0.3 something. Then that
One
answer
nine. One nine.
divide, yeah, then divide by 0.08.
0.9875.
0.9.
9875.
Then now we can compute. What do we get?
Mm. So the first one there is 398.75.
Mm-hmm. Just compute all of it.
Oh, okay. Hmm. Giving me six figures. I don't know if it's accurate, but 681,398.75.
Take your time. It shouldn't be 100 times 3.987 plus 1000 times 0.681. What are you getting?
Oh, 681. Plus 39875. 1079.75.
10.
1079.75.
Mhm. 0.75.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the value of the annual bond. Meaning the current yield will be what? The coupon value over the value of the bond times 100. So what becomes our current yield? The value of the bond was what? 100 over
Mm-hmm.
the value of the bond, which is 10 what? 79.
1079.
75 times 100.
9.26.
Pardon?
9.26.
9.26%. So this is what we call the current yield. Okay. So you see how we calculate the value of the bond? It shouldn't stress you as much. Okay, you need to identify the coupon value. Okay, you need to identify the um, these key parameters. So if it was a semi-annual bond, what do we do? With a semi-annual bond, what do we do? Semi means what? 2. So we divide the interest rates by 2 and we multiply the times by 2. So that's what happens when you're doing with semi-annual. Okay, so we'll calculate that again assuming it's a semi-annual bond. So what we do, the time always we divide by 2. So here we're going to divide this by 2. Divided by 2. So the small I instead of 10% will be what percent? 5%. The market rate instead of 8% will be what? 4%. And the
4%.
time instead of 5 years, we multiply by 2. We're going to have how many periods? 10 periods. Okay. So can you remind me, how do we find the capital I? We know that the value of the bond is called what? Capital I, present value annuity, plus some maturity value and the present value factor. How do you find the capital I?
Multiply the interest times the,
So the big I is a small I times
the
the
face
face value.
value.
Good. So small
Yes,
I times the face value. What is our small I this time? 5%, right?
yes.
And the face value is what? 1,000, right?
1,000.
So what do we have as our coupon value? 50, isn't it? So here we have 50. The maturity value still remains the same, 1,000. Then we calculate our what? Our interest factors and our annuity factors. How do we calculate the present value interest factor? 1 plus R, 1 plus R over T. Okay, so what becomes our present value factor? What is our interest? Do we use this I? No. The coupon interest is only used to calculate the coupon value. Now we're using the market rate. So what is our market rate? 4%. So 1 over 1.0 what? 04. To the power time, what's our time now? Instead of 5 periods, what are we going to put? 10, isn't it? Are we following?
Yes,
So what becomes our interest
yes.
factor?
0.6756.
0.6786.
6756.
What
Five
is
six.
56?
Yes.
0.6756.
6756.
Then what becomes our interest factor annuity? PVA. 1 minus the interest factor divided by what? The interest rate R. What is our R this time? 4%, 0.04. Now be careful in calculating the uh, annuity factor now.
8.11.
8.11. So substitute here 8.11 and here 0.6. 0. Point what? 676. Okay, what becomes your answer? Mhm.
Puzzles can only be solved by either a genius or a psychopath.
What becomes your answer? So what type of a bond is that? Is this still a premium bond? Or
That's all. That's all.
what's your final answer?
1081.1.
1081. 0.1. So what type of a bond is this?
The premium, I think. Premium one.
The premium bond. Okay. The premium bond was higher than the market value. So the question will come, because a bond is a debt instrument. Okay. So don't be confused if they ask you to say, calculate the value of the what? Calculate the value of the debt or cost of debt. Okay. Now let's look at the exam question on this particular topic so that we can see now how to answer particular question on that in that context. So we'll look at the paper that I just shared. Okay. We'll look at the value of a bond. Here, 5 marks. I want you to identify the things that are given there. And B, please. We're being told the bond has a face value of 1,000 kwacha, coupon rate 10%, cost of debt 12%, and maturity is 4 years. Calculate the value of the bond. So what do we have in there? The 1,000 is what?
1,000 face value.
Face value. What else are we given? 10% is what?
R 10%. R.
Which R is that? There are 2 R's there, 2 rates. One is a coupon rate and one is a market rate. One is small I and the other one is KD. Which one is which? So this is a coupon rate, capital I. This is a market rate, KD. And the time is 4 years. What's the value? How to calculate the value of the bond? Value of the bond is what? Capital I. Present value, annuity, plus what? Face value, and what? Present value factor. All right. So how do we find the capital I? Small I times what? The face value. So 10% times 1,000. What do we get?
100.
100. So where do we put the 100? On the capital I here. All right. And how do we calculate the interest factor? Start with the interest factor before the annuity factor. What's the formula for the interest factor? Yes, Esther. 1 over 1 plus R to the power time. So what is our R? Our KD is what? 12%. So 1.12 to the power time, which is 4 years. Are we following?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so what becomes the value of the interest factor?
I need the scrapbook. That's good. Again.
No? Hello, Samantha. Hi, have you eaten?
I
Have you
found
eaten?
0.6355.
Are you able to come to my office? Are you able to come to my office? Mm-hmm. Yes. All right. You will not get lost. You will not get lost. Okay. So, how do you find the annuity factor? One minus 0 point. Um, 1, 2. So, how do we calculate the uh, annuity factor? What answer do we get there?
I found 3.0375.
Okay.
303. It's supposed to be 30375. Not,
Okay.
yeah. 3.0375.
0, 3, 7, 5. Okay. 3.0375. And here, 0.6355. So what becomes the value of the bond?
$303.75 plus 635.5.
Uh-huh. Which is
Six, 939.25.
939.25. What type of a bond is this?
It's a discount bond. Discount bond.
Discount bond, correct. So what's the formula for the current yield? So the current yield is what? The value of the bond over what's the formula for current yield? Who remembers?
Yeah, I forgot. Current yield is interest on bond amount over value of the bond times 100.
Mhm. So here it will be 100 over what? 939. 0.25 times 100. So what do you get? Okay, so this will be your homework to calculate the value of the bond and also to compute the current yield. Okay, I've sent the questions to you. I need you to redo it in the same way. Okay, so we end here. I hope you've learned it in a different way.